Hey guys, Scott Reekers here with Wingmen by Eastman's, and I am here to tell you about the Revolver Pro from Stealth Cam today and give you a review on all of the features and all the uses that I can think of for this camera. Over the last few years, I've spent a lot of time and effort really getting to know how to use, how to place trail cams. And one of the things that is a constant frustration for anyone like me who has done that is, what are you missing? Because most trail cams of any type, they're point and shoot straight forward. Well, this cellular trail cam can get 360 degrees all the way around. You can get a picture literally all directions, no matter what is going on, and you are able to pick what points, trigger, and where. Let's dive in to the Revolver Pro from Stealth Cam and talk about all the features. Any animal that you run a trail camera on is all about patterning and understanding where they are at and getting to know their behaviors to make you an effective hunter as well as an effective conservationist. So first piece is, where do you mount a camera like this? Last few years, I've really spent a lot of time really getting to know the ins and outs of trail cameras, where to place them, the hows, the whys. And one of the things I've learned is you want to get as big of scope of vision as you possibly can with a traditional trail camera. Well, in this situation, you're going to look for a place where you have 360 degrees of vision. Now, the beauty of that is you can pick which zones trigger. So if you know that there's a trail in a certain place, you can pick which zone, say zone 1 right here at the front of the camera. If you set that up for the trail that you know turkeys or deer are using, you can set that up and that is going to be your trigger. And so then you can also set it up for the backside where it's catch them on the other end, or you can set it up for 360 if you're in a pinch point. Personally, when I am looking for any animal, I like to look for pinch points, and this will be perfect for catching all different angles of that pinch point, not hoping for one specific area. So next up, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the app. So this is a great place for me to put this disclaimer in. Make sure you understand the laws of every state that you place a trail camera in, especially a cellular capable trail camera. I like the fact that with a cellular capable camera that you are able to collect all your data without disturbing the animals. It's much lower stress on all of the animals that you're observing. And quite frankly, when you have to go into a place, and this is a review by Wingmen, so we're going to talk a little bit about turkeys. When you go into a place and you disturb areas where they are roosting or where they're resting in the middle of the day, because that's the ideal time to go change out cards, that's a bad thing. You can really screw up your hunting opportunities by doing that. A cellular cam allows you to get that information. You can set it for what time of day you want it to receive. Most guys like to do it at midnight because they like to wake up to, that warm fuzzy feeling that their cameras are getting lots of pictures of all the animals they're chasing, their target animals or their target species. Speaking of target species, you can set this camera in the app to only pick up turkeys. So during turkey season, if you're really working hard to figure out where the turkeys are, if they're in certain areas, you can set this where it's only going to send you turkey pictures. So when it comes to the data plan as well, that helps you make sure that you're not using up all kinds of data for grass movement. So that's a very nice feature. So one of the other features that's very nice is you open up this right here and there's a QR code inside. You use that and that's how easy it is to connect to the Stealth Cam app. And so you're able to do all of your settings inside the app, and you can pick how often it goes off. You can pick the number of photos, you can pick the number of bursts, you can also pick the quality of video. And I've been really impressed with the quality of video that has come in. Over the years, we've used different stealth cams in different locations, and it has been very cool to see the quality of video and the quality of picture that comes in, and you can really get a good look at what you're looking at. Nothing is more frustrating than getting a trail camera picture in that is out of focus or doesn't have the quality that you desire. You will not have that issue with this, with all of the different settings and the quality settings that you're able to do. Now, one of the things that people I'm sure are wondering, is this camera noisy? How in the world does it get pictures all the way around? Does it have 6 different cameras in this head? No, it has one that moves to where the motion was detected and it takes pictures along the way, but it is silent. And that is really, really a good thing, because the last thing you want to do is set this camera up in an area that is close to, say, a roost or say a bedding area with deer, and then you've got a you wouldn't want that. That is not how this camera operates. It is 100% silent, and you're going to continue with that low impact, the idea of low impact in any area where you're trying to get video footage or photos. So next piece is, because it is 360, this is an ideal camera for connecting to T-posts as well as fence posts. You can see behind me that there are fence posts. I'm going to connect this camera to the fence post, and I'm going to leave it there. We're just going to run it, and we're going to see what comes through, what comes walking through. This is kind of, we're getting into some of the later season for turkey, and so this is as much a scouting mission for next year for me understanding behavior. If I haven't filled my tag in the late season, that's what this is for. That's what this mission is for. So this is an optimal design to go on a post of some type. Fence lines create natural funnels, and this is a great option to be able to use in that setting. Now, another piece of this equation is, well, what if I've got a lot of trees, and what if I've got a spot that I know they're coming out of the bedding area? Well, that's where picking your zone comes in. You can put this on the tree and you just say, look, nothing is going to get triggered in the back, and you can pick how many degrees around that camera will be operating and how sensitive it will be. And that's perfect for those scenarios. Next up, let's talk about battery life. Well, you've got 2 battery packs, real easy access. Get there, pull these out. I've got cheapies in because I have the beauty of connecting to a solar panel. And it's very easy to connect that solar panel. And because this will be hooked into a fence post many, many times, it's really easy to take your solar panel and connect it. So I'm gonna pick this guy up, and you can see this is the solar panel. Point it in the direction where it's gonna get the most sun. This time of year, you're definitely going to want to put it out where there's a lot of morning sun, and you want to be able to make sure that you give as much power as possible to your camera. And there's one thing of note, make sure you use good batteries. Because there is motion that is attached to this, I would really encourage you to make sure that you have it attached to solar so that you're not burning up batteries like crazy. In the spring, you're going to have mornings, they're getting extended. You know, like this morning I woke up and at 5:30 we had plenty of sunlight. You're going to want to make sure that this is grabbing all that light here in the spring. Going into the fall, afternoons are going to get shorter, so you're going to want to adjust placement and make this camera operate as efficiently as possible. That is one thing I want to make sure that you guys know. Because there are moving parts inside this camera, it's going to burn a little battery. So it's an ideal scenario where you attach it and use the options that Stealth Cam has to hook a solar panel up to this camera. That's a smart decision. The other thing that does is cold hurts anything that's electronic. But when you're running power to something constantly, that keeps those juices flowing, electronics stay powered up, and it's a good scenario to make sure that you're gonna get the life out of this camera. All electronics are finite. And so using and having power running to it constantly will make sure that you get the best life out of every camera you've got, especially this Revolve that has the moving parts. We're gonna talk a little bit of strategy here with this camera. Now, this is spring. We're looking at, we're wingmen, we're out turkey hunting, spending a lot of time in the field there. This is a camera that you're gonna wanna put a little lower to the ground when you're looking for turkeys, because one of the things that does happen is I've had a lot of turkeys come through on other trail cameras, but I know there were 5 or 6 that were moving through because I could see their backs, but the only motion that camera picked up was one head bobbing up. So if you set this a little bit lower in the grass, you'll pick up more motion when you're looking for turkey travel patterns, turkey routes, really getting your scouting right for turkey season, because trail cameras aren't just for deer. I found an area, because of all my work with trail cameras, I found an area that I did not know had turkeys that I'm gonna go hunt a little bit later this spring once we get out of the turkey lull inside the gobble. So that's a strategy that you can use. So I'm gonna be setting this one lower. I'm gonna set it up where it's on lower on the post. So this back section here, this zone, I'm not gonna set that zone up for taking pictures. I'm gonna get all of it around. So almost 360, you're gonna cut about 35, 40 degrees out of the vision by taking that zone out, but you're still getting a much wider picture than you would with your traditional camera inside a trail cam. Thanks for coming along on this Wingman review today. It's been great getting out and scouting. And so make sure that you have visited stealthcam.com. Make sure that you take a look at their app. If you're looking for a camera, this is one that I would highly recommend. Make sure that you have studied your state's regulations and you know all of the different pieces that go along with the legalities of what they allow for cell cameras, what they allow for trail cameras. And the beauty of it is you have an SD card inside this Stealth Cam. So no matter what, you're gonna be collecting the data. Even if there's rough cell service in an area, you're still gonna be getting all that data. Thanks for coming along for this review and overview of the Revolver Pro from Stealth Cam. Make sure that you have subscribed to the Wingmen channel. Make sure you check out all the other channels by Eastman's and give all those channels a like, and make sure you like this video so that you will get lots of notifications, and maybe even turn notifications on for this channel to make sure that you get everything you need from Wingmen.